Hey everyone, it's Hayden from Arsenal Pass here, and this is part one of what I'm calling our pathway or road to Lille. This is going to be a behind the scenes look as Arsenal Pass, myself, Brendan, Sasha all get ready for the Pro Tour. Want to date stamp this. This is Saturday the 13th of August. This is going to be a kind of a vlog, I guess, if you'd like, of behind the scenes look as we get ready, as you're going to see once we travel, Singapore, Lille. I'm going to bring you along with me so you can see all those things. Going to have some interviews with some players, grab a few people. Brendan and Sasha, of course, you'll be in the testing process with us as we get to Lille. I have the camera right here, ready to go. We actually talk on the podcast that we've just recorded. The start of the podcast, me and Brendan discussed a little bit about where we are right now with this meta. We feel it's really rock, paper, scissory. You know, you've got these aggressive decks in the form of Rune Blades and Fire, and then you've got the kind of disruption elements that sort of target those, Bravo, Lexi, etc. And then Prism, kind of, you know, looking after those disruption decks as a kind of control sort of element with these board presence. Where am I at? Well, I'm packing behind me, as you can see. Started packing, that's a loose term. I've started to pack. I'm going to have 5 decks with me because I am not locked for Lille, and I'm certainly not locked for Singapore. But I have a few options of what I want to play. My first preference is to play Viserai. No secret, it's been my favorite hero this sort of season. I haven't been hiding anything. I've been playing the list that I've been working on and testing with. Been on Belittle lists, have played non-Belittle lists. I prefer the Belittle lists, but I think they're maybe softer in the Fire matchups, so that's tough. My main problem with Viserai right now, and our team's problem with Viserai, is that it kind of sucks into Fire. It's tough. When we get to Lille, it's going to all be about the information. What's happened at Singapore? What's happened at the Battle Hardened this weekend? And what can we gather from that? And is it really a rock, paper, scissors format like we think? Or is it just completely Fire dominated? Is it, you know, a Guardian meta? What does it look like? We'll make decisions based on that. But we do have some decks in the tank. The kind of, I guess, they're all pretty stock standard-ish, or you would have seen lists. The only one that's maybe a little bit different is this Briar deck that Sasha has kind of come up with, which looks, on the face of it, just like a regular Briar deck. A little bit similar to Kano, I guess. It looks like just regular Kano deck last format. A regular Briar deck, but it does also have this kind of Force of Nature, really focused combo in it that can really punish other aggro decks and also be an inevitability in in-game. So, as I say, this is part one. We're going to be bringing you along and be doing this most days. It's all going to be stitched nicely into one big video, the pathway to Lille, where you can see the behind-the-scenes process and all that good stuff. So, see you tomorrow. All right, sitting here at the airport Wednesday 17th of August, getting ready to fly out to Singapore. About to jump on my flight. I think they're about to call my boarding soon. So did just want to give a quick update because I didn't give an update since Saturday where I started the path to Lille. It's just been a crazy, hectic week. Not much testing's been done, a little bit here and there. I've got 2 decks sleeved up for Singapore this weekend, potentially Viserai or Prism. I've been chatting to Sasha and Brendan during the week. They've just headed out, so Sasha's flying he's already on his way through Europe, and then Brendan's about to fly out, so that's where we are right now as we speak. So better jump on a flight and we'll see you soon. All right, we just got back from day 2, Friday of sightseeing. About to head up some dinner. Deck is all sleeved. Deck list written up, sideboard plans written up for tomorrow. We ended up playing UPF with Lost in Space and some of the Singaporean locals at Gameshaven last night, which is awesome. Went out for some drinks and dinner afterwards, and we'll catch up with them over the weekend. So now it's time to just kind of chill out and then head to the venue tomorrow. First up, draft 3 rounds and then constructed. So bags all packed, ready to go. Alright, morning, Saturday, calling Singapore. Just got to the exhibition centre, but my driver dropped me at the very far end of the convention centre, so I had to walk the whole way down to get to the calling, so it's off to a good start. But excited. It's early in the morning here. Just kind of wrapped up at dinner last night, chilled out, didn't do too much yesterday, no games, and excited to play the calling today. So 3 rounds of draft, and then we had to play Viserai 4 rounds, and see how we go. Excited to see a lot of people here at the calling. People I haven't seen in a while from all over the shop. There's a few Americans coming in with Michael and Yuanji, and then also Australians and New Zealanders. So give a few updates as we go through. Again, this is the road to Lille, and we're at the calling Singapore the weekend before the Pro Tour. Let's see how the metagame shakes out.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the calling Singapore. What an incredible turnout for this landmark event. The first of what will be many professional level events that will be held in Singapore in the years to come.
I'm here with 3-0 drafter Jason Long. Just smashed the draft portion with Icelander.
Yeah,
what was your key to winning the draft there?
Oh, probably being the only Icelander at the table, I reckon.
That's a pretty good start. Yeah. So kind of what you saw is he got gifted the win there. But
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, just like the luge win yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about the gift there. I think you were pretty much crushed.
Gifting. We've got Logan over here. Logan 2-1s.
Yeah, a bit of Dramai.
I also 2-1 the draft. Lost an Icelander mirror. Bit tough, but it's all right. We just got to win out the rest of the day, and we're all good. Time to play some test constructed. Sunday morning, day 2, calling Singapore. About to head up. We're about to do another draft. Finished 5-2 on day 1, so not too bad. Did lose a round in draft, and then lost a round constructed over Australian mirror. Very close. Well, actually, it wasn't a close mirror. I kind of got steamrolled. But my Icelander mirror and draft was really close. So all good, feeling pretty good. Just need to win out today, which is never an easy feat, but we'll try and do it. So draft about to come up, and then get into 2 more rounds of CC, and then it's cut to top 8 here in Singapore. Having an awesome time so far. Everyone in Singapore is super lovely. All the local players are very, very nice. Also very skilled players. So I had some really tight games yesterday. Played mostly locals. Played a Malaysian player as well, I think, who is on Prism in my last round for winning for day 2. Also a very good player. So great time so far. I'm going to head upstairs, get ready for the draft, see what we can put together, and see if we can make a run to top 8. All right, quick round 11 update on day 2 here at calling Singapore. Dream is dead. Dream is well and truly dead. Day 2 draft went okay, I thought. Ended up in a 5 deck. Ended up going 1-2, so lost round 1 to a mirror with a pretty explosive turn, even after I won the die roll, so that was a bit tough. Beat a Dromai in round 2, Logan, one of my friends from Australia, and then lost to Icelander in the 3rd round of the draft. So pretty tough one there, pretty hard one. He kind of had all the stuff he needed into 5. So yeah, bit of a rough one. I got 2 rounds left of CC, going to play them out, just, get some practice in for Lille and see how we go. Some pretty big learnings coming out of the draft, I think. Moved away from some fundamentals that had kind of worked on during testing, so gonna have to look at that before we get to Lille. Talk with the team and just see what we can think about. So it's been an awesome experience so far. Though. Still having a good time here in Singapore, even though Dream's dead. I think can stop top 32 still. Maybe just have to tour the CC. So gonna go and try and do it. Monday evening here in Singapore, about to fly up to Lille, France, heading off to Paris first and then training up to Lille. Calling finished up 7-5, so not the best result in the end. Ended up going 1-1 in the last rounds constructed, so couldn't quite cash Singapore, but we got Lille coming up next, so looking forward to that. Going to go meet up with Brendan and Sasha now once we arrive in Lille and get into some last minute testing. The meters really shifted up with Dash winning Singapore, so that's a pretty cool thing. Until then we're just going to go explore the world famous Changi Airport, go see some of the butterflies in the butterfly garden and get ready for this flight. Good morning from Lille. It's Wednesday, the Wednesday before the Pro Tour. We just got into to Lille from Singapore yesterday. Big sort of 22 hours of flying with a bit of a break up, spending some time in Abu Dhabi as we went through. And then we got into Lille, caught up with Brendan and Sasha. We started to talk about the CC format a little bit, got some food, finally got some rest after nearly 40 hours of not having some good sleep. So that was kind of the first mission. We also went and did a draft with Yuanji and Michael's team. Good to get in. Michael Hamilton was there as well. Good to get a draft in. Good to get a draft in with some really high level competition. Sort of a nice last practice draft. I think we're done for draft now. We really want to focus on CC. We still don't have a deck list. We don't know what we're going to play. Viserai is my backup for sure. I know Brendan is defaulting to Prism. I think Sasha is probably default to Prism or Briar. So we're going to work on Briar today, try and get that list sorted if we can. That's the main sort of focus. We've got a good sort of 8, 9, 10 hours ahead of us of just pure grinding, trying to get this list to where we want it to be. This is kind of how we like to work, just kind of backs against the wall, try and find a way to disrupt the format. We have a lot of information now. We know that it seems like it's going to be pretty aggressive, but people are probably going to bring some meta choices. You know, Icelander I think is going to be in the uptick, Guardian, and I still think we're going to see quite a bit of Prism. So trying to work out what we're going to do that. The default right now is let's find the best Briar list we can, but I'm ready to fall back to Viserai if needed. That's kind of the plan. So yeah, going to go off, get some food, going to meet up with Sasha and Brendan and just get into some testing. Good morning, Thursday morning, the eve of the Pro Tour. Just got up, it's about 8 a.m. here. Just about to record the podcast with Brendan, so heading over to his apartment. You can see in a beautiful area over here in Lille, so he's got a nice spot right here. Going to do the podcast, and then we're going to wrap up our deck list and sideboard plans for the deck we've been playing this weekend. We've locked into Briar, so we're on this explosive growth Briar deck for the aggro matchups, and then it's just a more traditional Briar deck for other matchups. So going to go and get that finalised and sorted, record a podcast, and head off to the Players Banquet, which I'll take you with me to. Good morning. It's the morning of Pro Tour Lille. Just walking to the venue now to meet up with Brendan and Sasha. Bit of a chaotic last day yesterday, sort of finalising the deck, made a few changes, went back to a more basic Briar list in the end to fix the matchup with things like Guardian and just stripping it back to basics a little bit. So still running the explosive growth package, but a bit more light on the sort of, I guess the no Stir the Wildwood, no sort of focus combo package. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So got a bit of an edge in the mirror maybe in some other aggressive matchups, but otherwise pretty plain and simple. Really excited to be playing PC Lille this morning. Went to the banquet last night. Unfortunately, Brendan and Sasha hadn't registered and couldn't get in. A bit of a mix up there. The venue is very interesting. It's a very big sort of auditorium. No air conditioning though, and it's still summer here in northern France, although it's pretty mild today, so I'm hoping it won't be as hot as it was in there last night, because it's pretty hot. Gonna go put some captain's calls on my deck and maybe some smashing good time, because the talk is all about dash this morning and I have a few spare slots and it kind of works in our deck with creepers. So anyway, gonna go catch up with Sasha and Brendan just around the corner here and play Pro Tour Lille. PC number 2 will keep you updated.
Shut up and sit down.
end of day one at Pro Tour Lille. I'm going to start with you, Sasha. What's your record and how'd the day go?
5-2. It went 5-0 into 0-2. I got full on bananas. I just got too heavy.
3 bananas, 2 bananas, 0
No
peels.
bananas.
Slipped on a peel.
Slipped on a peel.
Slipped on a peel.
That's
So
it.
3-0 drafts and then 2-2 in CC. Also, so we're all on Briar playing very similar deck lists. And then Brendan.
Went great. 1-2 draft, and then 2-2 constructed. I got to play against some very interesting decks, which was really fun.
So Brendan got into the Kano bracket, I think, which is
UXO?
Oh no, 1-2.
close, basically the same thing, right? 5-2, same as Sasha, but other way around. Not quite the other way around. 2-1 draft.
I slipped on the banana peel after I ate it.
After round 2, yeah. Sasha ate a banana in round 2 and just threw it on the ground. My draft deck was a pile. One of the worst draft decks ever. I got super lucky, very lucky. 2-1, 3-1 constructed. Lost to Viscerai, played 3 prisms. So anyway, we're all off to day 2 of the Pro Tour here in Lille. Gonna try and at least cash, but top 8's the goal and a win.
I heard there's a lot of bananas on top of it.
A lot of bananas in top 8. You heard it here first from Sasha Banana Markovic himself.
I'll take it.
All right, we'll be back for day 2 Pro Tour Lille. Dante Delfico, 7-3. You know the face, you know the name, Dante. You just 3-0 draft.
Not many people do anymore.
I reckon. Dante, tell us a little bit about your 3-0 draft. What did you draft? What's your strategy in our Prison draft, and how did you pull out the 0-3?
Yeah. So I drafted I drafted Icelander today. I think she's very good in draft. I just think that she suffers a little bit if you're playing into Dromai that's trying to fatigue you. But aside from that, I guess the strategy is force Fi, and then when that doesn't work and everybody's passing you the ice cards, you just start picking those up, and you make a nice Icelander deck with that.
What are you playing class constructed?
I'm also playing Icelander. I'm one of I think there's 6 people playing Icelander at this event. I'm probably the only one in day 2.
Finally, Dante, why Icelander for PT Lille this weekend?
It's a deck that I've been practicing since it came out. It's just a hero that I enjoy playing a lot. I really didn't think there would be as many prisms as there are, and part of the reason why I have 3 losses right now is because I got 2 prisms in CC. It's an unwinnable matchup, and there are also other, pretty difficult matchups. But I just have fun with the deck, and I think it's good. I think it's definitely a contender. Probably not the best choice of all time, considering my bracket, but we'll see if we can make it work and hit the top 8 and maybe get her some Living Legend points at the end of this.
Alright, final update for Pro Tour Lille. Back in the apartment now, just about to go grab some dinner with Brendan, Sasha, and some of the Team Covenant guys, the Wolfpack. Not a great day for the 3 of us. I think Sasha and Brendan both ended up at 7-7. I ended up at 8-6, losing my last round of Constructed. So had a few good games of Constructed. Played into a Viscerai, 2 Viscerai, actually lost 1, played another Viscerai, and then played into a Fi. Overall some good games, but just didn't break the way I wanted it to. Didn't quite get the turns off I wanted to with the explosive growth package that we had in the deck, so just couldn't quite get there to finish out and cash the events. Everything has happened from PT number 2. I guess my pick, I don't know, but Pablo Pintor making back-to-back top 8s is pretty exciting and showing that he is kind of just dominating the game right now after also winning the calling in Madrid a few months ago. So awesome stuff. Had a great time here. Gonna go some dinner now and see a bit more of life in Lille. Pro Tour number 2 from Lille, France, wrapped up and in the books. The Arsenal Pass team, we've already moved on. I'm sat here now in London, UK, about to actually move on to my national championship this weekend. But I did just want to say at the end of this video, let us know what you think of this this Road to Lille and Pro Tour number 2 video. Unfortunately we did lose some footage during this process. Some audio was a little bit sort of corrupted, so we didn't get as much behind the scenes, sort of the days leading into the Pro Tour as we wanted to have from Singapore to Lille. So in the end, a bit of a journey from Singapore, Lille, and what we kind of got up to though, and you saw a little bit of kind of the process and our week and our weekend in France. So we all had a great time, despite, you know, not maybe the results we're after. Still had an amazing time. We all day two'd, and definitely proud of that. So we'll be back again for Worlds. We might do something similar, so let us know what you'd like to see. Again, we will try and get more footage of the sort of testing process and the behind the scenes stuff, and we'll make sure that we check that footage out, so no issue there. But again, let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time.